with a common denominator.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on? What is going on? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm the Todd Father.
We're kind of all over the place. It's been a while since we've done a duo show here. Probably about a week and a half. We've been busy with everyone over on Patreon and Discord. The markets have been exciting here. Well, at least exciting if you went ahead and bought the lows and rode that $2,000 green bar in Bitcoin to 10.4. We are seeing some more strength here as we are sitting just over $9,400 with some altcoins showing some strength. Namely, XLM with stellar lumens. You may or may not know, if you watch the show you should know, or if you're Patreon you should know, that Stellar's Conference Meridian is going on. Today is day one. I believe it is a 3-day conference. We said that you should be an owner of XLM going into the conference. We have a protective stop in place, and we want to see what kind of news, what kind of partnerships, what kind of utilizations they are creating for XLM. I have not seen the newest news, but some people are pretty hyped. The price is going pretty high here, so I'm excited after the show is over to take a look and raise stops for those in Discord. I think it's got some pretty good fundamentals, and I think XRP with their swell conference at the end of November probably will have a similar reaction. Off the lows for both cryptocurrencies, he said they needed to be into your portfolio leading into November due to the conferences they would be having and the historical pumps that happened before, during, and after those conferences as well. So far, that is playing out just swimmingly. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And if you like free cryptocurrencies, please leave your Rapids RPD wallet address or Telegram handle in the description below for your chance to win. And really, that's about all the news we're going to talk about today. Meridian a little bit. Is there really one whale to rule them all? You may have seen this study that says in 2017, one whale actually manipulated the entire Bitcoin market to make it go from $1,000 to $20,000. Who cares that Coinbase, eToro, and other KYC-compliant exchanges said they were getting thousands and thousands of users daily, but it was just one whale who pushed those markets higher. So I'll give a brief synopsis on that, but I think by my tone you can already see my opinion on that analysis and the data, or lack thereof, that those individuals had. Hopefully everybody is out there doing good. Gary O'Connell's out here. Crypto
up,
Dave, Johnny M. Cool, Carrie's in the house, Blaine, and so forth. A lot of people without wrenches. Glad to see you here. Come back a couple times, join Patreon, or ask some good questions. You'll find yourself a wrench as well. It keeps all the riffraff out of here. We are trying to have a little bit of fun, but we are focused on making some money. You got anything to add, Todd, before we go over CoinMarketCap?
No, do your
and then we
thing.
have you do the charts.
I got some charts to go over, so do your thing.
Well, I won't slow you down. Briefly, we'll go over this. CoinMarketCap, the market capitalization is at $252 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 67.3%. Todd seems to believe that Bitcoin dominance could go a little bit higher, setting a new high above that 72% range, which we know would have an adverse effect on 90% of the alt to BTC pairs. Now, that does not mean that you want to be 100% Bitcoin. We like to diversify and look for opportunities to own outperformers such as XLM, which is what we are doing right now, such as Horizon with Zen, which is what we did off of 4,600 leading into their investor conference that they had, now sitting somewhere around 5,200, so up quite a bit with a couple trades in between. But Bitcoin is $9,413, up 2%. We're seeing slight green across all top 10 with some outperformance on some individual coins that were showing some bullish divergences, such as Litecoin, EOS, and Binance. Can't forget Stellar down here as well. Whoa, up 12%. Todd, this is going to have to be a short one because I got to get home and raise my stops. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. So for the biggest winners for today, Noah Coin up 36%, $1,000 in volume. Sell it if you own it. I'll say it again, sell it if you own it. Augur up 16%. I'm not sure why this one is rallying. I would have to take a deeper look at that one. And then we have Stellar up 12%. Well, we already know why this thing is going, because I said to buy it last month. That's why. No, but in all reality, the Meridian conference has started. They have already announced some pretty interesting partnerships and utilizations of the Stellar blockchain. And I know there were some rumors going here in the chat box, but I don't want to say those until I confirm them. So after the show, I will confirm those. Check out my Twitter for update on what Stellar has just announced at Meridian. And if you are on Patreon, you'll be the first to know where my stop levels are, so we can make sure to lock in profits just in case XLM or the market decides to poop the bed. All right, Todd, let's go. This is what people want to see. Let's see this Bitcoin analysis. You've been good all year, but can it continue? What you got?
Oh, yeah. All right, this is the 15-minute Bitcoin USDT. This is the low off the 72.50 or whatever that was down there. We had a buy. We had stops here as we fell down. What was it, 79.25, I believe, and then I went back in at 7,500. The reason we did that was this chart here, which is our proprietary software. We had the buy down here, as you can see, the technometer's down here at 38. Actually, we printed about a 35 and change down there, which was incredibly oversold. You had some volume come in. That looked a little frothy on the sell side, so we did go long there. Currently, then basically in the last day and a half or so, we came down here and did a 39 and change again. So impressive that we had an oversold reading at 7,500, had the big rally, work off that into a ABC correction, and then pick up another close to oversold reading. I'm not sure we're going to get major oversold readings like we did off the 3120 low, because that was what I think was a wave 1 off the low by Elliott wave. This is a wave 3. So you're going to have a lot more people believing this rally and chasing it. Right now we're 42.99, which is below neutral. We have a ton of room to rally. You can see the OP here hit new lows yesterday and today. We're going to discuss that because that's what got this rally going today. But if you come back then to the chart, everyone knows I like to throw a little bit of Elliott wave maybe on top of it. If you do that, you can see off the low down here where we're buying at 7,500, you had a green 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since then, I think you had an ABC down, ABC up, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a flat correction, a regular flat ABC. So I really think this low down here at 89 and change was another wave 2. This is a little sloppy here. It looks a little bit better on Litecoin, etc. You might call this a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're ready to really roll. In case we're wrong, I'm not going to give the stops. Excuse me. Not going to give the stops here, but we got stops to protect the 7,500 buy here underneath us. Because if this count's correct, really we should turn around really as we're speaking and go through the highs of the day and keep this rally going. If we don't keep it going here, then if you throw up like Ethereum, I don't really like this count, but you could be saying that we've had an A down to here. We're doing a triangle B, and then we're going to come down one more time. If you look at Litecoin, I think it looks more, you could call it a triangle as well, that this is a C wave. But I really like the idea that it's a 1, 2, and then we've done another 1, 2, and we're starting to really expand to the upside. Overnight on Litecoin, let me see if I've got that. I got a lot going on here. This was Litecoin last night in Discord. Litecoin USD, you can see here, unbelievable OP, which is volume, comes down to fresh new lows below this low here when we was doing a 48. We were setting at 58. This showed a bunch of selling coming in while price was holding really what looks like a triangle. But that means that 58, that 57, 50 level, that's a pretty big level because a ton of selling coming in while price holds. So if that level gives away the downside, then we probably have more downside coming, which may be down below this 54 level. But really, I like the way Litecoin looks like I just showed you. Because if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and a maybe another 1-2 forming, etc. Litecoin could really get going to the upside if that's correct. And if we go back to Bitcoin, I just showed that OP going to new lows. Here it is intraday. Again, new selling. Price holds that 89.50, 9,000 level. And then today we get the rally back up to 9,500. So again, it looks like that 91.30 level, 91.50 is an important level because you had a lot of selling coming in and price holds. So again, that gives us what hopefully is this 1-2, and we're trying to get out of here. This kind of reminds me, I think, when we was back at 3,100, 3,500, 3,800. We rallied, but then we had big red bars that came in. Nobody wanted to buy it because it looked ugly. We're still kind of getting that now. We had this nice rally, but we came deep. We came back to the highs. Again, more selling coming in. We get the rally today, and then we kind of gave it back up. So I'm still enthused. If we do give it up here on Bitcoin and come back down below this 9,000, 9,200 level, then maybe we're going to come down and spike this low here at 8,600, 8,500, the previous fourth wave. Again, I don't think that, but that wouldn't bother me. I still think major lows are in. And the reason I think that, if you go back, a lot of arguing on Twitter right now about Wyckoff counts. Every Wyckoff expert, I think, is calling this distribution because they want to put this line like up here, and they want to take out this green bar here to the 10.4 because that really screws up their counts. But they're saying that this is a fall through the ice and this is a rally back to the ice. And you can see here that this 9,600 level is where they're kind of putting their lines. The problem with that, you can see big green volume down here. Usually on a rally back to the ice, you want to have reduced volume, reduced spread. That sure in the hell is not reduced spread. My God, that's the biggest bar we had. What, the biggest?
Was the biggest 2-day gains in Bitcoin history or something like that.
And the volume was big down here. Biggest green bar volume showing since back here. So that's pretty suspect to call it that. I'm still calling it that this is more of a spring to get everybody out of their positions. This is a rally back out of the spring, and then we're testing it. I know the last time we was live, I was talking about, I think it was around 9,800. I said we could come down, we could test 9,000, which is this previous white line. We've done that 2 or 3 times. We had buy signals down there, got stopped out, bought things back, etc. But I'm still enthused that that low's holding. I showed you on the software that we're getting the oversold technometer again over here. So I'm still bullish. So that's the count that I'm staying with. Again, unless 91, 9,200 starts to give away, then I would say that we're going to come down one more time and check the lows again down at 8,600. So that's kind of my thoughts. What else do we need to go over?
I'm going to steal it for a brief
Yeah, go ahead and do your
second.
thing. Let me get organized where I'm.
Take a brief break from the charts. Oh, my camera's looking a lot better. We see a lot of people over here. I did see somebody asking about ADA Cardano. That is a project I like. Testnet staking. So staking is supposed to be live by the end of November. Most likely, testnet staking will be enabled. That means that if you own ADA, you're not going to be able to stake Cardano ADA on the mainnet, but you will be incentivized to put your Cardano or your Cardano testnet and stake on there because you do earn real ADA. Some exciting things coming for ADA in the future. I kind of associate them to the turtle and the hare. They would be the turtle. Why is that? They're not really about the hype. They're not making things happen quickly, but they are doing it academically and properly. They understand if you want something sustainable that can manage to run thousands, millions, billions of people using it as a monetary system or as a developmental platform, then it needs to be done accurately to begin with. That is what they're doing. So ADA has been a lagger, but is one that we believe in and one that we had been loading up at the days of the low when Bitcoin did drop down to 7,500. So it is trending higher, not an outperformer, but I think it's one that you should start to accumulate, getting ready to stake that. You do know I love passive income. So there is several staking coins and Masternode coins that I do own. I won't get into all those today during this show, but ADA is one that is a future staker that I would own. Also, Ethereum is one that is a future staker with Ethereum 2.0. It is rumored that you will need 32 Ethereum. So that is a little higher bar for entry. But if you're somewhere near that, I think that is going to only fuel Ethereum price once staking does go live. Say you have 15, well, just like you and everybody else, well, if I own Ethereum, I want to make residual income on it, so I need to buy the last 17. And then when everybody tries to do that at the same time, the price goes haywire. So I think that is one to keep on the charts as well. A lot of people in here talking about XLM, wanting to know what is going on with XLM. I will say you should have followed us earlier. We've been talking about XLM now for about a month, near the lows, saying that you should probably accumulate XLM and XRP leading into November. Why? Because historically, leading into November and into these conferences, they do great. This is the first annual Meridian conference, so we were just working on speculation here. But if you believe that Stellar was going to have the first conference and not have some fireworks, I think you were sadly mistaken. Also, XLM follows XRP, so even if XLM had a lackluster conference, XRP's historical data with their swell pump would lead XLM higher as well. It kind of was a no-brainer for us, and so far it is working out quite well. Entries around 5 cents, 5.5 cents, and anything sub 6 cents if you watch this here on YouTube or we're in our Discord and Patreon. Even if you followed me on Twitter, 8 hours ago I put out a little teaser saying I am expecting some very interesting news, partnerships, insight, and progress from XLM conference these next couple days. Inflation has already been shut off. Demand is increasing with these partnerships. That means the Stellar price will go higher. I guess I should have added another one because apparently they just burnt or they deleted, whatever you want to consider it, 50% of their supply. Well, if something is worth 5 cents, then hypothetically removes half of the supply but wants to maintain the same market cap, it should theoretically double in price. I'm not saying that is going to happen in this instance, but that is what is causing this rally here, and I believe the fundamentals of XLM is going to continue to keep this uptrend alive. If they're announcing this on day one, I don't think they're going to do all their big announcements the first day. I think there is more to come over the next day or two that this conference is occurring. Now, also on a positive note, I saw this video from Rhythm. It was a clip from David Letterman having Bill Gates on back 24 years ago when the internet was brand new. I think the first thing that the internet had was like, oh, you can listen to the baseball game on the radio or something like that. And this little 2-minute clip here is funny, but at the same time is kind of eye-opening. David Letterman is consistently poking fun at Bill Gates, poking fun at the internet, and trying to say that, oh, the radio exists, oh, magazine subscriptions exist, why do I need this thing called the internet, and why should I use it? Well, Bill Gates tries to give him some answers, but nonetheless, David Letterman really isn't having it. So each passing day, crypto reminds me more and more of the early days of the internet. They can keep mocking and laughing instead of learning, but they'll be on the outside looking in once again. Well, we obviously know that the dot-com bubble existed, and a lot of these tech companies, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all of these that were bred from the internet are now some of the largest stocks, public companies in the world. And I think that crypto could be something very similar, and you have this opportunity right in front of you, right here and right now. This is the same thing we were saying down when Bitcoin was 3,100, 3,200 on our way to 14,000. We did have 14 buys off the lows with a sell at 14 because we thought we needed some cooling off like we've been seeing. But again, since 7,500, we have the same feeling. Todd already said it. We have the same feeling I did when we were down there at 3,000, 4,000. Nobody wants to believe in the rally. Everybody's afraid to buy. Nobody wants to accumulate until it's too late, till we cross 10,000, till we cross 14,000, and then, of course, once we cross all-time highs at 20,000. Don't miss out on the opportunities. If you can't pull the trigger, you got too many emotions, practice dollar cost averaging. If you don't know what that is, search it on Google. If you have the ability to take advice from others or to kind of remove emotions yourself, then follow along here at this YouTube channel, join our Patreon, and we'll get you some good entries as we try to continue to position ourselves in this ecosystem.
Shout out to all the Discord people talking about how good it is. Appreciate that. You know, we spent a lot of time in there. We've had a hell of a year, so appreciate the love.
Do you have a couple more charts you want to go over? And of course, if you guys have any charts that you want Todd to look at, any fundamental questions about various projects, or any crypto news questions, throw them in the chat box. This is kind of going to be a quicker one. Usually I have some news articles to go over, but we really didn't set that up. We just wanted to kind of go over the charts, get on here, touch base with you guys again, and just answer some of your questions. because we know that we haven't been on here as much since we do have the Discord. So we kind of got to be careful. People pay to be on Patreon, so we try to provide as much detailed information over there, and while still providing value and giving some hints here on YouTube and Twitter.
Appreciate it, Bryce, taking the course. The course is $299, watered down version of the $1,000 course, which really is a $1,700 course that I paid $1,982. I've really lowered the prices to put everything online, so I'll try to help everybody.
Mark Hogan, Ethereum Classic is one that I think you want to own. Ethereum Classic, when it was really getting going, I was probably 3, 4, 5 YouTube shows in a row saying have some patience. This thing will give you another buying opportunity. We did get a massive dip there on Ethereum Classic that hit our buy zone. I can tell you the buy zone because it's already been hit a couple times was, I think it was 4860 to 5100 sats, or 4680 to 5100 sats on the ETC to Bitcoin pair. I still think that is a great buying opportunity if it gets down there once again. And then I think I recognize your name. You're in Discord, so hopefully you took advantage of that buy zone, as I think Ethereum Classic is going to continue to build. Once Ethereum goes to staking, you have to understand that Ethereum Classic is going to be one of the largest proof-of-work chains in existence, because, well, Ethereum is moving over, and for the protocol space, it's going to be really at the top. So I think that's going to get some more eyes on it. On top of that, it is going to have institutional exposure because it is going to be, already is on Grayscale, and it's going to be on other institutional platforms, in my opinion. I think it'll eventually find its way on Backed, the platform ErisX. So really, we've said it, and we'll say it again. Institutions will buy what they have access to first. They're not going to go out and get some random small coin on some random exchange. They're going to need custody, they're going to need insurance, and they're going to need a platform that can handle the volume. So whatever gets listed on Backed, whatever gets listed on ErisX, that's what you want to own.
Digital Trip says that his buddy says no one knows what's going to happen, but maybe we do. So
That's funny.
that's funny.
You got some charts?
Schnuck. I think he meant Nick. But Nick is a kind of a schmuck. Let's go. I'm going to, again, wrap it up. I'm 100% long Bitcoin and a little bit of Ethereum, a little bit of Litecoin for most of my private client group. But again, this chart here shows this is intraday volume. You got to be following this stuff if you're trading cryptos, as far as I'm concerned. This is showing negative volume coming in. So somebody's selling here while price is holding. That's telling you that this 9100 level area is important. That doesn't mean that's not going to give away. In the past, when those levels gave away, it brought in selling. It did that at like 99 and a quarter on the way down. It did it at 79, etc. So it just tells you this still could be a triangle. So somebody was supporting it, but they still couldn't get it going. So we come down one more time. But it tells you that 90, 75 level was an important level. I think you can key off that for longs. If it gives away, then we're going to maybe come down to that 8,600 level. So just want to show that again. And again, this is a daily, which we had the oversold technometer at the lows. Came close to that again. So I still think right now you got to key off the lows, and we're still probably headed higher. There's XLM. Everybody's wondering about it. If you haven't looked, quick 7 cents to 8.5. Quick 20% rally.
I'm going to get out of here and raise some stops. That's what I need to do.
And then I'm going to go over Bitcoin dominance. We've always gone over that. The reason I'm still in a lot of the Bitcoin, I think that's where money comes first. This chart, got to go to the daily. This is what I've been looking for, that we're in the fifth wave and we're in the 5 of the fifth. So I think we still are going to try to get above this 73 level, maybe a 75, 76. So I think that's still the case on the next rally, as Bitcoin will try to lead. And then I'm going to go over a few. This is GDX. We're short the metals here back on this day. I did some update to pro traders. We also put that in our Discord. So I'm giving stock ideas in the Discord as well right now. We had a good close today on a reversal. We got an overbought technometer. So I'm still short GDX. Stocks were up to new highs today, which I have been looking for. There's the Wyckoff wave. But you can see the technometer went to overbought today. So I think stocks are going to roll over here, I think, short term, and bonds are going to turn up. Hopefully the metals won't follow the bonds higher. But I still think TLT is, I got to log in. I think we're doing a triangle up here. So this is an A, this is a B, C. We're going to come up to about 143, 144 for a D, come back to 140 for an E, and then we're going to blast off again with lower interest rates. But if you've been following the channel, that is bullish for crypto.
That's what I was going to say. That's also bullish for Bitcoin if that does happen.
Exactly. So that means, if this is an ABC, the upside, then an ABC, the downside, TLT is not going to go any lower than it is right now, which maybe means Bitcoin's not going any lower than it is right now, which fits into all my counts. So, because I expect TLT to dig in here, come up here, back down, and then, 156 or something. So that fits right into everything that I've been talking about. UUP looks like it's kind of rolled over here. That's the long dollar ETF. So that looks like distribution, maybe going back to here. So we get a rally maybe up to, let's say, the 27 level. I think that's the sell. And a dollar rolling over is bullish for Bitcoin. Another good thing to talk about. Keys were long 50% positions. Today went to a new high for the move. We are overbought on the technometer, but I think this is you want to own this now and definitely want to own it on the next pullback.
AMD doing well.
Let's do Square, and then we'll do AMD. Square, we gave a buy. I'm not logged in, so we gave a buy at 58 and change here. I sold 62, so I made 3.5, something like that. This one's been a little weaker. Today's action, this last few weeks here doesn't look the best. I want to buy this on a lower technometer. We're pretty oversold now, but I think Square's a buy here soon, and AMD continues to rock and roll.
AMD were long from much lower levels, and then we had a Patreon-only live show saying that if you're not long, you might want to get long, as I felt that they were going to beat earnings and give good guidance, which would lead AMD towards $40. And what do you know? We are heading towards $40 now at 36.5. Still looking good. Semiconductors are a sector that I would want to own leading into the technological revolution, if that's what you want to call it here, where there is chips and literally everything, and AMD has proven to be one of the leaders and will continue to be one of the leaders along with NVIDIA and Intel.
And there's AT&T that I'm long. Again, I'm long from, I think this day here, the 24th, I believe, down here around 34.50. Got a dividend check. So that one, I think, is a buy on some type of ABC pullback and oversold technometer. Again, if you want to, WyckoffSMI.com. I have a Pro Traders where I give stock ideas for $40 a month. And I also manage assets for stocks at Charles Schwab at probably 2% annual fee based on your account balance. So I would do the trades for you. The cryptos, learncrypto.io, private client group, same thing. We manage for 3% of your account balance. These things are 24 hours a day. It's pretty hard to trade these things unless you don't want to sleep. And there's Bitcoin 93.70. On a short-term basis, we kind of jumped this 93.50 level. We have backed up to it. So it'd be a good level if we could just hold right here and then go back above this 95.20 level. Would really enthuse me overnight. So, and then one more last thing. I have a guy that I think is pretty good on Elliott wave patterns. They do also think we're in a 1-2. We're headed up for a wave 3. The wave 3 objective would probably be 37,000 to 64,000.
Whoa.
So
that's even higher than what we thought. We were in the 30s. We were
not,
like 24 to 32 or 26
yeah,
to
I thought
32.
36 is a big number to be talking about live on air. But again, it's like 37 to 64,000. I don't know if we can do that. Don't bet the farm. But, we're long from 7,500. We got stops in. We keep trying to put on good risk-reward trades. And if we get a 64,000, hopefully we're on board for that ride.
Whoa. I need to get myself back in order here now.
Run a disclaimer.
All right. Talking about the disclaimer, where is it? Joe Archuleta says, what exchange should we be using to trade Bitcoin with leverage? First of all, I'll say I do not recommend leverage trading for 99.9% of individuals. I think being spot on these cryptocurrency assets with how volatile they are is plenty. But if you wanted to use leverage for whatever reason, Binance has their new leverage and margin platform that is going pretty well. BitMEX or Bitfinex, those are the three I would use. Good luck. Don't do it. And that's all I can say.
I'm hoping for Vegas at the end of the year is what I'm hoping. And with that in mind, I think February 11th or something like that, I think I'm going to Colombia. There's a Medellin, Colombia. I think I'm going with some friends. Anybody on the YouTube that's around that area, let me know. We'll hook up. And Bill Guerrero said, how much lower can they lower rates? Well, I guess they can go negative, which is stupid to say, but I guess we can go negative. So if we go negative, TLT goes straight up, Bitcoin goes straight up. And then maybe Bitcoin goes straight up when the shit hits the fan too. I don't know. I don't think that. Anybody knows I think stocks, Bitcoin will move together. But who knows? At some point, if stocks take a dump, Bitcoin probably would catch a bid and some news, I'm sure.
There we go. Any charts or questions from you guys? Mark Hogan says, any thoughts on if we hit the link buy zone on the next pump? Still, Todd did want to go long a little bit on link in the USD pair when Bitcoin bottomed. But I believe my Bitcoin pair buy zone is still in play. If Bitcoin decides to give us another one of these $1,000, $2,000 green bars, that puts downward pressure on the altcoin in the BTC pair and gives you an opportunity to swap some of your Bitcoin over to alts, especially if you are 100% long, which everybody in our Patreon should be, because it's given you plenty of opportunity at 7,500 level, plenty of opportunity around 9,000. So you should be pretty long here, heavy in Bitcoin. And if alts start underperforming the BTC pair, then you swap on over and we look to double up those gains and ride the mini alt cycle. That usually probably will last 7 to 14 days.
William Page, if there's no event, we're going down there just to relax, me and a couple doctor friends, etc. So just to relax. And Blaine, I've got your emails here. I couldn't respond because I was getting ready to go live, but yeah, I've got your answer here.
Let's see here. Don't bet the farm, but sell the cows. There you go.
Luis Alvarado, crypto and Colombian hotties. Count me in.
Ram wants to know where the link is for the Discord. I'm typing it up now.
For the Discord, I mean, there's Patreon. If you click to the Patreon, pay the $40 tier, and then we give you the link to Discord.
Correct.
So the Discord is really the Patreon link right there.
There you go.
Todd Escobar.
In a lot of major corrections in BTC history, it normally takes 170 to 200 days to make a higher high. This puts us mid-January to break 13,800. I mean, that could be possible. That's not a terrible timeline. You're looking at about 2 months from now to go from 7,500 to 14,000. I don't know what other asset you trade that does that, and I will be happy to be on the long side if that is the case. Also, if we don't see any explosion in Bitcoin, we just get a slow sideways movement, we will then be looking for alts to outperform, and we will be rolling passive income, cryptocurrencies, taking that profit and rolling it back into Bitcoin to ride the next wave. So that's not terrible. That analysis is kind of on par with what we're thinking, except we think we can get going right here possibly. Do realize the halvening is still in May. So you see the price action of Stellar, right? They burnt 50% of their supply, and we are seeing massive green bars. Hypothetically, if they're going to keep the same market cap, the price should double, right? The similar thing is happening to Bitcoin. No, half the Bitcoins aren't being deleted or being burnt, but the inflation rate, the number of Bitcoins that are being mined and produced each and every day is being cut in half with the growing interest, with the growing amount of wallets, with the growing hash rate, with the growing institutions buying, with more volume coming to the space, and less Bitcoin being available on the daily. Price should act the same way as Stellar's doing right now. It's a nice little science experiment. It's happened twice before. I would expect it to happen again. So we'll see what the timeline looks like, but we believe that you need to be long here.
We trade a lot of Binance, Coinbase Pro, Bittrex. If you're looking for a trading platform, you got to use 3 commas. I think we got a link to 3 commas, but whatever. I mean, 3 commas, you can use market orders on your stops. You can use Funky, take profit. I've had no downtime. I've had no issues. I pay, I think, $99 a month for a pro version, and that's where I manage all clients' assets through. So it's sweet. I'd recommend it to anybody.
Martin Max King says, banks in my country. Which country is this, Martin? gives negative loans now. You borrow $1,000 and give them back $800 with 0% interest. It's crazy. Is that negative interest rate, or is he?
That's where we're headed.
That is crazy. Whoa.
And I think with that, that still drives Bitcoin a lot higher. So who knows? I mean, we did a 40% rally in 24 hours. So who knows what we can do. What up, Gary?
Crypto Tone says, what is your thoughts on Ethereum? Do you want to go over the ETH chart once again real quick? Give us something to do.
I mean, Ethereum, that's 5 minutes. Let's look out at the 4 hours. I mean, I think we've had a big 1-2. We traded this rally extremely well, called that wave 5 top. I think we've done a 1-2 down to this 150 level. Maybe a 1-2, 1-2. So if you zoom in, there might be risk to 170 or something. But again, I'm 100% long. I think we still break out at the upside. I don't think that triangle is what it is. I think probably it is more. Let's go back out to 1 hour. I really think we're in a wave 3 up, so I don't think there'll really be any pullbacks. Again, if there is, I think 170 holds it. I think 150 was a major low, so I'm bullish Ethereum. That's probably my second. That is my second biggest holding. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, in that order.
There you go. FN Base says, I want to be with winners. Jim M says, Nick, under what heading do you discuss most trade strategies? I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you're referring to Discord, start in the welcome must read. Todd does everything with Wyckoff. We have the Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course over at learncrypto.io. If you are a Patreon member, you do get 20% off. Also, we do give you, if you're a Patreon member, you get a free Elliott Wave book from Elliott Wave International themselves. They gave us a link to give all our Discord members. It's a $30 book you get for free, so you can learn Elliott Wave. And then also I discuss using some RSI, using some MA, using some resistant levels in there as well. So I'm not exactly sure what you're looking for, but if you are in Discord, ask away and take advantage of the free study tools that we provide you.
I've been trading LA Wave since when I was 18 probably.
What, 86?
Crypto Twitter says I'm too old to be labeling.
Right.
LA
I don't know
Wave.
when, it's pretty funny. I don't know when in the finance industry having experience is now a bad thing. Crypto Twitter calls Todd old, and it's pretty funny. I think, what do we have? Over 50 years experience combined. Mine's only about a decade, but Todd is.
We want to. The best thing is we have a scam Discord group. So it's amazing. Like 680 people pay us for scam advice, which is the craziest.
Four Winners USA says, any thoughts on Chainlink? Do you maybe want to pull that chart up, since we do have several people talking about it? And then Kawaki, sorry, I can't even read today. I can't even see.
Kawika.
Hunt said, did XLM get addressed already? Yes, right at the beginning of the show, and then we also discussed it when we jumped from Todd's charts over to my news. So I would watch that replay. I don't want to bore people with the same thing. And of course, it's a lot of the same information I've been telling you guys over in Discord and on the Patreon-only live show we had last week. So I believe you are in Discord. I recognize the name. So you got a lot of the information, but just an update on what is going on right now, why the price is really exploding. And I will be updating Discord with a raised profit stop level once the show is over.
Here's a link if you want to slide me over. On the show live, I'd said we might break this $2 level, come down to previous fourth wave support, give us the spring of the $2 level, buy around $1.80. That's what we did. We came down to actually $1.50, but that's when Bitcoin was coming down, etc. So I think that, it's been a little quiet here because it can't fight, I think, the money going to Bitcoin, but I would expect Link would still go higher. Might have a short-term pullback here, but I think that's one that you can own on the smaller caps.
Bill says, not to get political or preach BTC, but what is going on with money printing and interest rates is literally what BTC was designed to combat. That is correct. Early last year, we saw a lot of third world countries, maybe not even all third world countries, having really monetary issues. Whether it was Venezuela, whether it was Argentina, whether it was Turkey. I mean, that can happen. And now the superpowers were not really affected by it, the U.S. dollar, China, etc. But You never know. I'm not saying that USA is going to see hyperinflation. It would be the last to go. But yeah, you are correct. This is the very reason Bitcoin was created. We're seeing the utilization in Bitcoin in Venezuela, in Brazil, and some of those countries that are having the monetary crisis really explode and being used as a hedge to at least maintain some value because their fiat is really worthless. It's about as worthless as toilet paper down in Venezuela. It's pretty sad to see, but hopefully they can take advantage of Bitcoin. Hopefully they were able to switch some of their funds over to US dollars or more liquid and usable options for money, for the foods, for their services. Rory C says TNT will boom with Link. There you go.
4 winners. I got to take a picture of this. He tells us to go to Cambria Restaurant. A friend of mine, I guess, has a house there, a friend of a friend, so I'm sure he'll know that place. So
Anthony Lavardo says, all the Learn Crypto groupies yelling, scam me. I guess he was talking about your joke you made pretending to Twitter. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny. I mean, people can get jealous or that everybody wants to call something a scam. First of all, look up scam in the dictionary. Second of all, we charge nothing up front. It's month to month, just like Netflix. So you do what you want. All I know is we are as transparent as we can be. You know our real names. We try to do YouTube. We do Twitter. We even do screenshots with timestamps from Discord. And we even have a room in Discord where you can tag either Todd or me any question you want. It could be whether you want to dye your hair pink or purple, and I'll give you my best educated guess on an opinion on what that should be.
And it's obvious we're moving millions because you can see when our stops get hit or I give buys or sells, there's money being moved. So any trades that I'm recommending, I'm moving a lot of money in those trades. So that's why we got to be exact on what we're doing because we're putting our money where our mouth is and clients' money. Do you get email alerts on the buys and sells? If you're part of the Patreon Discord, no, you don't. You got to be in there, and you can have it ding you on your phone.
You can have it set up to send a notification to your phone, just like a text message. Most people do it for there's the top rooms or private rooms. Let me see if I can show you without.
If you don't want to be in Discord and do all that, I mean, if you do wyckoffsmi.com, you can do pro traders where all I'm doing is giving buy and sells on Bitcoin. Nothing else. You don't get Nick. You get no small caps. You get nothing. None of the bells and whistles from Discord.
Yeah. So these 5 trading rooms right here are all private, where only Todd and I can talk. So most people have notifications sent for that because anything important we'll post in there. Major trades, major fundamentals, Palm Beach Confidential, syndicator predictions, and you'll be able to see that right away and act on it. And then the member corner is for public discussions. So this first one is where anybody can, this is where we try to stay as professional as we can. People can tag us with questions, like somebody's asking for raising stops, because we do give out stop levels. I don't want to actually show them to you here live, so I won't do that. But then we have a hangout room, member technical analysis, member fundamental analysis, crypto news, master nodes, and mining. So if you want to start participating in passive income opportunities in the ecosystem, we will talk you through step by step on how you can go about doing that as well, whether it's a super node, whether it's a master node, whether it's mining with GPUs, whatever it may be. You know, we really try to be your one-stop shop for crypto and stocks. From something as basic as how do I set up and store my private key to something as high level as, oh, how do we count this Elliott wave count to sell the 5th wave blow off? You know, so that's what we try to do over there. And between me and Todd, I think we do a pretty good job of that. Ton of experience over there. Has won national trading competitions on the stock side. Been in crypto calling tops. You know, like the most recent Ethereum 350. We sold Litecoin at 135. And then I have the experience from the fundamental side, pride myself on that. I've been around crypto for a while, and I participate in the passive income with you. I stake, I have master nodes, I have mining rigs in my basement, and I also work for one of the largest traditional investment advisors in the world, in Mercer, and I do this for a living. I'm a performance analyst for alternative asset classes, that is private equity, hedge funds, and real estate, and hopefully one day cryptocurrency becomes the next tier in that, probably within some form of way within hedge funds. So, I mean, we do it for a living. This isn't just us talking. We don't do clickbait headlines. We don't do flip-flopping. We try to bring you real information on a daily basis that can help us all make money, help us all gain education, and help us all be here tomorrow.
And swing at me on Twitter, I will bite back. And the only staking I do is a medium ribeye at the club. Nick's the staking expert.
That's really about it. If you guys have any other questions, ask them now or forever hold your peace. Oh, we do have to do the giveaway. So if you want to enter the giveaway for this show, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the description below with your Rapids RPD wallet address or Telegram handle if you are in the RPD tip bot. And then I do need to do a giveaway from the last live show we did together. That would be this one where we talked about Bitcoin heading for new lows, Link the new standard, and the Coinbase fail. That was when Coinbase raised their trading fees. That is stupid.
What
that
up,
is
Jeff?
Terrible. So we'll copy that URL. We'll put it over here. All random. We don't play favorites here on Learn Crypto. We love you all equally. And the winner is, I didn't hear any horse racing. Todd is not on his game.
Well, I'm reading everything over here.
Verinder. Verinder is the winner. There is the Telegram handle. I will send you the 10,000 RPD to your Telegram handle. Congratulations. It's as easy as that. We try to reward you for being active community members, watching our videos, and participating in the community discussions. So hopefully we see your name in the description below with that Telegram handle if you're in the Discord or the Tipbot or your Rapids RPD wallet address.
Somebody just asked, how do you just get the email alerts on Bitcoin? That would be go to wyckoffsmi.com. I just put there. Go to store and pro traders. $39.99 a month, and you'll get an email on buy sell Bitcoin. So I sent out a buy at $74.90. I said to invest 75% of your portfolio. That's where I'm setting over there.
Vincent Crane wants to know my opinion on Divicoin masternodes. I would have to dig a little deeper. This is a newer masternode coin on the scene. It is a smaller cap masternode coin, so with that has higher risk, but it does have a multi-tier system which allows individuals of all net wealth to be involved on the passive income. But let me dig a little deeper and see what they're actually trying to do with their blockchain, what they're actually trying to do with their community and with their coin, and we'll see how I feel. I do see Divicoin up there in the Masternode Pros highest return for masternodes as far as who's doing well, not only in ROI, but in the actual market movement. I see Divicoin up there with Rapids a lot, and so I'll take a deeper look for you.
What up, Shane? Somebody mentioned BAT. I mean, I got the chart here. I know down around 17 cents, I said you could buy it when we was buying Bitcoin. I'm not a big fan of BAT, so I think you could own some and trail the stop. And I do think it's going to go higher, but again, I don't.
What level would you be
very
keying off for a stop level, roughly?
I mean, I don't think you'll break 20 cents. I mean, somewhere around 19.20, I probably would think we'll hold it if we get another sell-off. And it'll keep bouncing higher.
There we go. I think that is about all we got. I got to get over on Discord and raise the stops with this positive action, especially on Stellar XLM. You got any last words, Todd?
This is not investment advice. We're only doing this to educate, do your own research.
And if you're
Crypto
not,
markets are risky. We've had a hell of a year, and I'm not going to stay this hot myself because I've been on fire. So be careful betting the farm on me. Somewhere I'm going to get cold. Surely. But I work every day to hope that I don't.
and there we go.
Because we do live and breathe this.
And until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies and stocks right here at Learn Crypto.
Peace out.
Well, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.